Okay, boss. So with this, I think you should be comfortable in writing start routine, end routine, field level rules also. Now there's something called expert routines. We're trying to look at that now. For this, I already have a cube ready. Okay. Look at the cube structure. Look at the requirement. In the cube, I have cal week. Yeah? And I have a alphabet like country and material, and I have a keyword called demand. There's no unit characteristic. Okay, only four alphabets: cal week, country, and material, and demand. Okay, and I already have data source also ready. With these fields: country, material, demand for week 1, demand for week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5. So this is the data I've got: country, product, and the demands for 5 weeks. Demands for 5 weeks. Yeah. So when I have data like this, okay, suppose if I load as it is to the cube, if I load as it is to the cube, okay, so what is this? This is country, yeah, product, then week 1, week 2, yeah, and then you expand. I've got demands for 5 weeks demand. But when the country is India, okay, week 1 indicates current week, okay, and when the country is US, week 1 indicates current week plus 1, next week demand. Okay, so this is next week, this is next week plus 1. Okay. Now if I store the data like this in the cube, let's say your reporting requirement is, like say, you're always supposed to show, I give certain week, you're supposed to show me a demand for previous week, current week, and next week, like trending. So what is the query you would write? Let's say I ask for week 2, week 3, week 4. Then what will be the query? Select country, product, week 2, week 3, week 4 from this cube. That's how the query is. Suppose if I want to see 3, 4, and 5, then what? Again, you'll have to change your query saying what? Select country, product, week 3, week 4, week 5 from cube. So every time my requirement changes, do I need to change the definition of the query? Does it make sense in the real time? Let's say there is one user who want to see week 3, week 4, week 5. There is one user who want to see week 1, week 2, week 3. There is one more user who want to see week 2, week 3, week 4. In this case, do I go about creating 3 queries? Yes or no? Yeah. How will you give here? See, here I am not able to give parameter because based on the requirement, my definition of the query should change. When I say definition, the fields what I drag into the query definition is different. So in that case, I'll have to go over creating 3 queries. That's my problem if I store the data like this in the queue. But suppose if I store it like this now. In the queue I would store like this. Look at this. Country, product, week, the demand, okay. Say, let's say the current week is, let's say 24th week of, it's around 12th week of 2015, and this is 13th week of 2015, 14th week of 2015, yeah. And then I take US data and I copy this. Suppose if I build up if I formulate my cube like this now, okay. Now I can, as you said, I can create one query and create a parameter on my week saying select country, product, demand, where week is equal to depending on the input what user gives him. So the query definition would be same. Based on the input parameter, my values will change. So can the same query be used by multiple users now? Do you understand this? So I can say this is more of normalized, but this is more of denormalized because I am storing same country product multiple times. But I don't mind because that's I'm going to benefit from denormalization only. I don't mind until unless if I don't. What will you do if you don't waste space and not satisfying a user requirement? You're saving a lot of space, but ultimately my business user is not happy with the query. Then what will you do? Yeah. See, I'll insert one more hard disk if you want. But I want, if user doesn't get satisfied, what is the purpose of buying BW software? What is my return on investment? So, first preference should be my reporting requirement, and then gets on to all the statistics like less space or whatever it is. First, if I don't satisfy my customer requirement, then what does make sense about using less space or more space? The point doesn't come in now. Clear? So for this reason, am I denormalizing this data now? That is my requirement. So while I am loading data from data source to cube, I have a requirement of splitting one record to multiple records and then consider into my cubes. So when you have requirements like this, you go about using expert routines. Yeah, and you would even consider a scenario. I had a same scenario in real time where I was splitting not 24 weeks demand I had this. You'll even have a scenario where splitting one record to 16 records also. But did you understand why importance of splitting, why I am doing it? Yeah? So I already have the data source ready and I have the cube ready. I just need to connect them with the help of transformations and implement a logic which can split this one record to multiple records. Yeah? So that's where I would be using I will be using expert routine. I would use expert routine. Okay. So when you have scenario like this of splitting of records, you would use expert routines. So you've seen start routine, you've seen end routine. Now we're looking at something called expert routines. First point, expert routine is also executed packet by packet only. Like start routine or end routine, expert routine is also executed packet by packet. The first point is that, okay. Next point is when expert routine is executed or when you implement expert routine, you will not have option of implementing start routine, end routine, field level rules. Nothing is possible. Only expert routine. Within the transformations, when you implement expert routine, you will not be able to implement start routine or end routine or field level rules. Nothing is possible. Only one routine which should take from data source object, split the records and put into what? Target object. Only one routine, full-fledged one program. So in this expert routine, you should take care about mapping all the fields, all the logic should be there in the program. Because when you implement expert routine, you will not be able to implement field level rules, no start routine, no end routine, nothing. Only single program which takes data from source object, manipulate whatever you want and assign it to what? Target object. And what are the records you assign it to target object, that gets into queue. Okay, was good. Now while implementing export routine, what all table? Now while implementing start routine, which internal table is used was? Source underscore package. Good. Yesterday, when you're implementing start routine, what is the name of the internal table we use it for implementing start routine? Source underscore package. If it is end routine, result underscore package. Now what is the structure of source package? Structure ante source package table ఏ కాలమ్స్ ఉంటాయి? సోర్స్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ బేస్ మీద ఉంటాయి. అండ్ రిజల్ట్ ప్యాకేజ్ విల్ హ్యావ్ వాట్ కాలమ్స్? టార్గెట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. టార్గెట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్లో ఏం కాలమ్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఆ కాలమ్స్ నీకు రిజల్ట్ ప్యాకేజ్లో ఉంటాయి. అవునా? రైట్. Now when it comes to export routine, you will be using both the tables. You will use what? Source underscore package, result underscore package. So when the export routine is getting executed, all the records which are coming from the source will be in which table was? Source package table. You just have to pick up a record, do all the manipulations whatever you want, and ultimately put that into which table? Result package table. And whatever the records you put into result package internal table will get appended to my queue target. Source nunchi whatever the records which are coming from source would be coming from the table called what? Source underscore package. As part of the implementation logic of export routine, you are supposed to access the records from source package table, do any kind of manipulations you want, and assign the records back to what? Which table was it? Result underscore package. And whatever the records you append into result package would be getting into target or gets updated to your target object. In this scenario, it is queue. Okay, boss. Now, what is the structure of source package? Source. What is the structure of result package? Target. Clear? Okay, good. So if I look at my source, is there a source? This is source package. Let me get the field names. Country, sorry, material product is okay. This is WK1, WK2, WK3, WK4, WK5. This is the structure of the table. Which table? Source package bus. Now result package is what? Target, right? Target lemundu bus. What do we have in the target? What do we have in the target? This is material method. Material and week, or it's, you can say cal week. Yeah. Oh, no, this is my target fields, right? So your result package will have this. So and this table will be blank. On of us. When you look at implementing export routine, this is what you should understand. You will have a table called source package, which will have what? The data coming from the source, and you'll have a target table called result underscore package, which is blank. అంటే కోడ్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు బ్లాంక్ ఉంటుంది. నువ్వు ఏదైతే రికార్డ్స్ ఈ టేబుల్కి అల్టిమేట్గా పెడతావో అదే క్యూబ్లోకి వెళ్తాయి అన్నట్టు. సో ద లాజిక్ ఆఫ్ యూర్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ వుడ్ బి వాట్? యాక్సెస్ ద రికార్డ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ సోర్స్ ప్యాకేజ్ టేబుల్, మ్యానిపులేట్ అండ్ అపెండ్ ఇన్ టు వాట్? ఆర్ అపెండ్ ఆర్ ఇన్సర్ట్ ఇన్ టు వాట్? రిజల్ట్ అండర్ స్కోర్ ప్యాకేజ్ టేబుల్, అండ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద రికార్డ్స్ యూ ఇన్సర్ట్ వుడ్ బి గెటింగ్ ఇన్ టు మై టార్గెట్ బస్. అది కాన్సెప్ట్. ఈజ్ ఆల్ క్లియర్? గుడ్. అండ్ yesterday I told you, whenever you want to access records from a table, when you say table name hyphen column, it will have lot of values in that column. It doesn't know which column to be referred. So what you will do? You loop through the table, and when you're looping in every record, you try to put into a field symbol and then access it from there. Kada? So in this export routine, for this you will already have a field symbol declared. What? Source underscore fields with the same columns, but it will be blank. Okay. Again, to manipulate this table again, they have given one more, but in this case it's not a field symbol, it is work area. So it is result underscore fields and work area. Work area ante See, work area and field symbol both are same. Only difference is both can hold only one record at a time. But only difference is if I modify entry in the field symbol, it automatically modifies in the table. But if I modify entry in the work area or structure, it doesn't reflect changes in the table. I must explicitly write a modify statement or append statement. So again, this will also have same structure. Okay, boss. So like this, you would have all the 4 objects: 2 internal tables, 1 field symbol, 1 work area, boss. So now what I should do is I must start accessing record by record from this table. From where? Source package table, and keep manipulating the records into this work area. Once my record is formulated perfectly, and append the record from this work area to what? To table. Ultimately, you should end up appending all the records to result underscore package bus. See, if I write a logic something like this here, so I'm going to write like this. What do you understand by this? Loop at what do you understand by this? How much? I've just written a loop like this. How many times will the loop run this?
The number of records in the source package.
I have 2 records, so obviously the loop will run for 2 times. What will happen? When the loop is running for the first time, the first record will come and sit into what? Source field. Loop is done. Again loop goes for the second time. Then what happens? Second record comes and sits into this. Like this, it will be moving out. Like this, you can keep accessing record by record by looping through the table source package. Okay, Nana, done? Clear? Now what I should do is, what is the log? What should I do now? I will take the. I let me loop in. Now inside the loop, I am writing a statement like this. Result underscore fields hyphen. What is it? First column. I am formatting a record here. What is this? Country. At a structure lo unna country column ki. Now look at this. So let's have written this logic in the loop first. Okay. Now let's say loop starts. You tell me what happens. Let's say now it is executing this statement. Loop starts. What happens? The first record of this table gets into what? To the work areas, because you're saying assigning source fields. Let's say now it is executing this statement. What does this statement do? Understand? See, if you say a equal to 2, means you are assigning 2 to the value, to the variable a. Equal to 2, it's assignment. A equal to 2 అనుకో 2 అనేదాన్ని a లో పెట్టు అన్నట్టు అసైన్మెంట్. Now look at this now. What is happening? Result underscore fields hyphen country అంటే ఎక్కడ బస్ ఈ రిజల్ట్ ఫీల్డ్స్ లో కంట్రీ అనే కాలం కి. సో ద కంట్రోల్ ఇస్ హియర్. ఈక్వల్ టు వాట్? సోర్స్ ఫీల్డ్స్ లో సోర్స్ ఫీల్డ్స్ హైఫన్ కంట్రీ అంటే వాట్ ఇస్ దేర్ నౌ? అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? ఇండియా పోయి ఇటు కూర్చుంటారు. అవునా? నెక్స్ట్ అగైన్ లెట్స్ సే ఇట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్స్ నెక్స్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్. వాట్ హ్యాపెన్? రిజల్ట్ ఫీల్డ్స్ మెటీరియల్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు షుడ్ బి అసైన్ విత్ వాట్? సోర్స్ ఫీల్డ్స్ మెటీరియల్ అంటే సోర్స్ ఫీల్డ్లోని మెటీరియల్ ఏముంది ఇప్పుడు? M101 పోయి ఇటు కూర్చుంటారు. And they said cal week is result underscore fields cal week is equal to what? Current week. And I'll write, we'll see how to write current week logic later, but let's say current week is 12th week, 12.2015. Now then I'm saying demand of this result field demand equal to source field week 1, first week demand I'm putting in here. Okay, then I say append append the record from result field to what? Result package table. So what should happen now? Now this record will go and sit into this table. Okay, then I'll say I can say clear this. When I say clear, result underscore fields is a work area, right? So when I say clear, what happens now? It will clean this record. Again, formulate one more record, append. Formulate one more record, append. Anganta append చేసుకుంటూ పోతాం. ఓకే రా బస్ వన్స్. ఓకే, మన లాజిక్ కొద్దిగా స్లైట్ ఇంకోటి ఉంది. ఏమి? ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇండియా ద ఫస్ట్ వీక్ ఈస్ కరెంట్ వీక్, బట్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ యుఎస్ ద ఫస్ట్ వీక్ ఈస్ వాట్? నెక్స్ట్ వీక్. సో వాట్ ఐ డూ ఇక్కడ, I'll just implement simple if condition only for this here. ఏం రాస్ ఇది if లో రాస్తా ఏమని? ఇఫ్ చూడు ఇప్పుడు సోర్స్ అండర్స్కోర్ ఫీల్డ్స్ ఐఫన్ కంట్రీ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు, సరే ఐఎన్ అను, ఎనీవే యూ కెన్ చూస్. ఈక్వల్ టు పెట్టచ్చు, నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు పెట్టు. ఐఎన్ అయితే కరెంట్ వీక్ పెట్టాలి. అయితే కరెంట్ వీక్ పెట్టు. ఎల్స్ కాదనుకో, ఎల్స్ మీన్స్ వాట్? ఇఫ్ కండిషన్ ఫెయిల్స్ ఇక్కడ ఏం పెట్టాలి? అంతే, కరెంట్ వీక్ +1 పెట్టు. And then end difference. So only this will change. With this did I form one record? Like this I'll have to write my code for formulating second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record. Did it make sense?
When you open the loop, you open the first record. So even select in India given the current week. So whichever at that system point perspective, whatever the current week, assign that value. It's fine. But now it will go to the second record, right? It will go to the US. So what happens to all the week to week?
I did not add that code. I have only written a code for formulating first record. I will still enhance this code for formulating second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record. This was just logic to formulate demand for first week. Same way I need to start enhancing this code to formulate the demands for week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So the same code will repeat out. Now look at this one. I will take this end loop to somewhere here. Somewhere here, and I'll say I'll copy this completely. This for first record, right? Same code, country, material, everything will be same. But here, this for next week. This will I'll say current week +1. Here, so the next week is what? Current week plus that will become 2. And now which week demand should I refer now? Week 2 demand. Now second week column I should refer the assignment. Then again I will say append. Again clear. So this part of logic would start inserting first row, and this logic will start appending me second row. Like this I should write my logic for 5 times to insert 5 records. Once era class lo cheppa class lo.
This clear statement is optional.
With the clear, I'm just cleaning this up. It might create some inconsistency sometimes. So it's a better practice always to, once you finish the work, you should keep cleaning it up always. Because you'll be using multiple times, right? Assignment sometimes might create a problem. So always clean it and then assign, take it, always.
We can only maintain either result field or work area.
Which one?
This one like result field.
This field symbol.
Yes, source field and work area we can only maintain one.
Either one. See, in this case, I have not created this. In the above environment, this is already created. The work area is already created there. So we just have to use it. In this case, they have created a field symbol. In this case, they have given a work area. That's about structure. What is the difference between difference field symbol and work area? If I modify a record in field symbol, it automatically reflects changes in the table. The corresponding record is modified. But if it is work area, if I modify, it doesn't reflect there. I need to explicitly write a modify statement. If I need to add, I need to explicitly write an append statement. Okay, boss? Okay, clear? Let me show you on the system. See now, do I see start routine? Can I create start routine? Can I create end routine? Can I create field level rules? Yes. Now, but I wanted what? Routines? What is it? Export. So, export anagana delete అయిపోతాయి. నేను code ఏం రాయలేదు. Just I'm saying save and back. See, you see there is a line, single line says what? Export routine, which takes care of data mapping of all the columns, all the target objects. Can I write start routine? Can I write end routine? Nothing. Only export. Okay, boss? I'll go now. Now here it says insert your code here. Now I'll create some space. What should be my first before I start writing? Okay, this is all fine. But in all this, do I need to get to know the current week? కింద ఏ కోడ్ రాయాలో ఫస్ట్ నా కరెంట్ వీక్ తెలుసుకోవాలి. ఫస్ట్ లెట్ మీ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ కరెంట్ వీక్, దెన్ ఐ గెట్ ఇన్ టు దట్ లాజిక్ ఆఫ్ లూప్. సో టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ కరెంట్ వీక్ I have a function ready-made. See, to get current week, what SAP has done is they have given a ready-made function model. Date underscore get underscore. There is a function model date underscore get underscore week. Yeah. What ready-made is not. If I pass my current date to it, it does give me the week. Say for example, let me pass in what is the today's date? 26th, right? .03.2015. But which week is it? 13th. Obviously, March lo ante 12th, 13th week lo untundi. So if I give you something like say 05.01. Jan lo aithe first week or second week undali. What it is? Second week of 2015. 0 is second week of 2015. So there is ready-made function model which is delivered by SAP, which can give you week. You don't have to write any logic for it. Only I just have to call this function model by passing current date to it. Because if you see this, so is this my function model taking some input from me? Yeah, those is called imports. If you see display, ఈ ఫంక్షన్ మోడల్ ఇంపోర్ట్ ఉంది. ఏంది ఇంపోర్ట్? ఇది ఏ పారామీటర్? డేట్ నీకు ఇన్పుట్గా తీసుకుంటాను. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్పుటింగ్ ఇట్ టేక్స్ ఇన్పుట్ పారామీటర్ as డేట్ and it is going to export out. Export is something which is returns back. What is it returning back? Week. This function model is designed by SAP such a way it takes in the date as input and returns back week. Okay. So I'll use this now. I want to write a code to call that function model, pass my current date and get the current week from it. So instead of writing all big code to call, you can just see what is this here. Not this pattern. Okay. Now you want the pattern or coding to call function, or what is it you want for writing select statement? Which one you want? Call function. Which function is it? Date underscore get underscore week. Okay, fine. Say okay. Now chudvas. In the function model, whatever we have import from program, I need to export. Whatever it exports there, in the program I need to import. రివర్స్. ఫంక్షన్ మోడల్కి ఏదైతే ఇంపోర్ట్ ఉంటుందో ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనం పంపించాలి కాబట్టి మనకి ఎక్స్పోర్టింగ్, అది ఏదైతే పంపిస్తుందో ఇక్కడ మనం తీసుకోవాలి కాబట్టి మనకి ఇంపోర్టింగ్ అవుతుంది. సో సి డూ రిమెంబర్ ఇట్ టేక్స్ ఇన్పుట్ యాజ్ వాట్ డేట్. సో ఫర్ మీ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ వాట్ ఇస్ ఐఎమ్ ట్రీటింగ్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్. ఇక్కడ అక్కడ యాక్చువల్ డేట్ ఏంది, ఏ టైప్ కింద ఇంపోర్ట్, మనకేమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ దానికి ఇంపోర్ట్ కాబట్టి మనం ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయాలి. సో ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ ఐ లవ్ డేట్. వాట్ ఇస్ దట్ యూ వాంట్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ ఫర్ డేట్, side item, which is what current date is. Okay, I can remove all this code. I don't worry about all this. And for this I need to remove the comment. So my function model would do export. It is returning back. What returns back for me, it is what now importing. What I can పంపించేది నాకు importing, what calls నేను ఇక్కడ exporting అన్నట్టు. What automatically, so automatically it gives the value in week. Let me collect that into one variable LV underscore week అని కలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం అండ్ end with the period dot. Last line, don't end anywhere, last you should put dot. So now the point is, what are the week my function model is returning, I am collecting into this parameter what LV underscore week. Should I declare that variable? Okay, I said data LV underscore week, type what should be the type of this parameter first. Should I say whatever the type of this parameter it is, this also should be of same parameter. So let me look at the function model and see export. The parameter week is saying what like what, this is a declaration of it, scal hyphen week. So I'll declare my variable also with the same type. So ultimately my current week is in which one, LV week. So in the below code, wherever I'm using current date, current week, right, I'll replace with what, LV week, LV week, LV week. So now what is it called? Ada appu nunchi doubt adutanu. Okay, towards tension paduddu. And then I need to start putting that loop. Yeah. So instead of writing all the loop, wasting your time, నేను ఆల్రెడీ రాసి మీ ఫోల్డర్లో పెట్టేసినాను కోసం. బ్యాచ్ 2 నిన్న 14th కదా, ఇన్ 14th ఐ రిటర్న్ దిస్. ఓకే, చూడు ఏం కోడ్ పెద్దదే, విషయం లేదు దీంట్లో. ఏమి లుక్ అట్ దిస్ లూప్ అట్ source package assigning source field, adena same I showed in Excel. Now I am formulating first record was result field country is equal to source field country, material is equal to material, and if country is US, put the LV week. If not, my week should be what, week plus 1. Actually US ki current week ga pettukunna. Then assign the week 1 as what, the demand, and append this record. Antena Excel rasina adena same coding. Second week ikkada plus 1 plus 2, third record, fourth record, and fifth record, and ending the loop here. Okay boss, say syntax check, and then save in this, activate. I just have to create DTP and run the DTP. I think I already have the data in the data source. Data source will lay that. So I'll run the info package. I'll run the DTP now. So now 2 records which are there in my flat file will be uploaded as how many records into the cube? So is it splitting? In the transformations 2 records as input, but output is what, 10 records. So transformation is formulating those 10 records. I can see the content of the cube. If you see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why it is taking 2014? The server date is different. That's why. So like this, whenever you have a requirement of splitting one record to multiple records, you would use expert routine. That is one. And you would also use expert routine in a scenario where you would like to fill most of the fields with routines only. Say for example, my target has got says 50 fields, okay, 50 informatics. My data source is just giving me 2 or 3, and remaining all 47 I must fill with the logic. Instead of writing individual logics, I can write one big program to populate all the fields. Splitting of records, and when you want to implement routines for most of the fields, you go with what? Expert routine. Yeah.